Hello everyone, and let's talk about some new findings on AI hiring. So hiring for people who are in possession of AI skills, according to new research by a new paper by Nick Bloom at Stanford University and some of his colleagues. So what he found, you may not be surprised, but it is quite interesting, that job postings mentioning AI doubled annually following the launch of ChatGPT in 2022, and that hiring growth is twice as fast as cloud computing trends, and about 4 times as fast as smartphone job trends. So if smartphone job trends mentioning smartphone skills, they increased by a certain rate, and cloud computing after it was introduced increased by a certain rate, then the AI is double that of the rate is double that of cloud computing and 4 times that of smartphone computing. That rate is not decreasing but increasing. AI skill requirements tripled during the last year, not doubled. So we're seeing growing, escalating demand quicker than the past for AI skills in the job market, as companies are shifting from experiments with AI to concrete AI scaling and budgets. This job vacancy provides clear evidence of what the market actually demands. Almost all tech mentions of AI or cloud computing or smartphone has been correlated to actual tasks that workers are performing. And these fast-growing AI technologies are increasingly impacting executive earnings calls. And executives are talking about what matters. And it does matter. So research shows that customer support productivity rises by 14% if you have AI tools available. Exposed industries see 3 times as much revenue growth and 56% wage bumps for people with AI skills. And skill requirements change 66% faster in affected roles. Most employers expect major AI business transformation by 2030, and firms are paying premium for AI skills. Now, an interesting finding of the paper is that this tech diffusion is creating narrow geographic winners. So major technologies spread much more slowly geographically than the hype might imply. For example, in the United States, the top 5 metro areas hold a third of all new tech patents, with California, not surprisingly, leading the nation with most employment-relevant AI postings, followed by Texas and New York. And high skill bias remains steady even 30 years after launch from previous technologies. We'll see what it's like with AI going forward. The primary bottleneck to business success is workflow redesign. Most organizations, they tend to use AI, but they fail to redesign their workflows. They just use AI on an individual productivity basis. This value creation requires costly organizational investments and change management in the face of employee resistance. In my consulting for companies, what I do is I encourage them to start by complementing existing workflows as a short-term focus, not simply personal productivity. Certainly you want personal productivity for your employees, but you also want it to integrate it deliberately into workflows on a team level and on an individual level to complement and automate aspects of current workflows. And that's important to get people comfortable with AI usage, because if you try to redesign their workflows, they'll be really resistant and opposed to AI usage. But you should focus, that's the short term, but you should focus on the medium term and the long term, but really the medium term of the next year or two. Like short term, I mean next couple of months. The medium term, I mean the next year or so, of really redesigning their workflows. Once they become comfortable with AI and see what AI can do and learn about it and are actually able to manage it themselves, they will be excited about redesigning workflows to make the whole workflow easier. That is what an effective change management that comes from a behavioral science psychological approach involves to minimize resistance and improve engagement. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wise Decision Maker Show. Please make sure to subscribe to the show wherever you checked it out and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, email me at gleb, Gleb, @disasteravoidanceexperts.com.